Final segment of the day. What are we going to talk about? I think let's bring up Caitlyn Clark, this poor
Let's
woman.
bring it up. Oh my
Oh,
goodness, this
God.
woman is incredible. First of
Yeah.
all, a breakthrough skill set for women's NBA, okay? And this, she's hated, right? Come on.
Yeah.
It is the same thing with women. Women, stop hating on women. I understand it's in
Right.
our blood because, we
Right.
are like, territorial.
Right.
And it goes back to the lionesses. We can just call ourselves the way we are. But when it comes to this type of skill, and that you need to respect, because men do not treat each other like that in the
No.
men's basketball arena or any other sport for that matter. And she should be appreciated for the attention and that she has brought to the game, which elevates everyone. So
Everyone.
respect it. But
Right.
instead, nope.
No.
What do we
No.
have? What are they doing to Caitlyn Clark? What can we see some of that?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see a video.
Do we have one? Let's start with one. Yeah.
Look
Here
in the
she is.
face.
Look how
Watch
they
this.
hit her. Look at this one now.
Oh,
Oh, that number right
yep.
there. Oh, I wish I was
I
on the
mean,
court with her.
for the
Oh,
love of
oh,
God,
no.
like this poor woman. And
Right.
you know what? When I start researching stuff, I'm going to read some stuff on her now. Okay.
Give us the background.
Yep. Let's see. Division One all-time leading scorer. Okay. Recruited for the Division One basketball program before high school. She got her first letter of interest in 7th grade. She became the 15th Division One player to reach 3,000 career points and was the second fastest to do it. She became the first Division One women's player to score at least 1,000 points in 2 different seasons. Her college in Iowa retired her number. Her first regular game, she scored 20 points and committed 10 turnovers. That's insane.
Wow.
That's insane. I mean, she is Michael Jordan, Larry Bird quality in that league. And
Yes.
the problem that I have with this is that for the longest time, the WNBA has been complaining how they're treated unfairly with salary, right? We don't make as much as this person. We don't make as much. Yes, that's true. Number one, Michael Jordan fills seats. The New York Knicks fill seats. Magic Johnson always filled a seat. If you can't get your seats filled, by your own actions, then you're not going to get the pay that you want. You now have an individual, a female, who is able to put people in those seats, and you're screwing it up.
Right.
You're smashing into, you're creating fouls, you're causing controversy. You're not getting any more people to come and see that way. Suppose Caitlyn Clark says, you know what? I'm done with this league. I've had it. How about this? How about she goes and plays for the European League, becomes a super all-star, gets paid whatever she wants, lives in Europe for 10 years, and then comes back with $100 million in the bank. And she's going to laugh in everybody's faces.
Right.
So I feel bad for her. They really, really need to just kind of like tone, the refs. I mean, look, the refs are the refs, but they need to really pay attention to this stuff. And these flagrant fouls have got to. I mean, they've got to stop, and there's got to be fines, and there's got to be suspensions. I mean,
Absolutely.
she just took like 3 shots.
Unbelievable. And the only one standing up for her, and I'm a little upset because we forgot to add this one in on Sophie Cunningham and the notorious viral finger point.
Yes.
I mean,
Yep.
she's phenomenal. I
Yes.
love how she stepped on that court and she said, not here, not to my teammate. And so she put it right back on them, and that's the way it needs to get done. And so that type of protection and camaraderie is what we need to see. She didn't go out there looking to hurt anyone, but she put that finger out there that said, if you continue to do what you're doing, I'm going to come for you. And I like it. I like it.
Listen, it's what needs to be done. You need to protect your star player. Everybody, we've always had that in every sport.
Absolutely.
Look, in baseball, someone happens to their star player, the pitcher just goes up to them and goes, "Who do you want me to hit?" Right. And they discuss who's going to get beamed with a 95-year-old fastball in the back. And so I think she's phenomenal. I'm a big fan to watch her. I think she's bringing people that are not usually interested in the WNBA. I think people are starting to watch. but for the love of God, she has to be treated with a little bit of respect.
Yeah, I mean, the next video that we're going to see is going to show that she also gets punched in the neck. And can you roll that one, Vin?
Yeah.
Correct.
I mean, Caitlyn to the ground, and ooh, that's a hand to the neck, and then Alyssa.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Like, honestly, first of all, you're stepping over her, stepping on her, punching her in the neck. It took days for her to get suspended for that. That should have been right then and there. You got 3 girls on top of her when the ball is already done and gone, and they're just kicking and punching her. It's disgusting is what it is. And you know what? I have no respect for any of those players. It shows me that you're a bunch of jealous cheap shots. That's what it shows me.
That's right. I mean, you watch one of her games, it's like a WWE, like main event. It's like, oh my God. And she is talented. She is fantastic.
Yeah.
And she's not a small girl, Caitlyn Clark.
No,
These girls are much bigger.
Right. They're much bigger. Well, she's a point guard, so she's within that, 6'1" range. They're all right. So they do have a good 3 to 4 inches on her. And so either way, it's just not okay. And that type of mistreatment, especially in a female sport. Come on. We have struggled to get where we are. It's, you know what I'm saying? That you don't want to leave this type of, legacy on anything where we're achieving. And so that is just very poor sportsmanship. And somebody who runs that league needs to sit down and have a deep conversation with the coaches and the players and say, this has got to come to an end. So that's crazy.
And the other thing is, all the NBA legends, they're all talking about her, saying how she's getting mistreated and manhandled and taken advantage of. And you have guys like, commentating during the Knick game. Hey man, you see this Caitlyn Clark thing? And I mean, it's a thing. It's a legitimate problem. I truly feel like they need to clean this up if they want to put more people in the seats. If you want to get paid like you want to get paid, then I think you got to clean this up. And even these coaches around the league, like, hey, listen, I know we're playing Caitlyn Clark. Just this is an issue. I mean, guard her, do what you got to do. No punch, no hands to the throat, no punches,
right. And she herself, is an extremely good sport. Number one, the word is, and we can see not just the word, but by the action that she came onto this team and she could have easily dominated. Of course she could have, but she didn't. She is not a ball hog. She comes on and she makes her players better. And she, it's not like she has to score all day long, which she could easily do, but she spreads the wealth out, so to speak, amongst her players and brings up their skill sets too. And that's what makes her even more phenomenal. So why don't other people from other teams who can't keep in their jealousy kind of learn from her instead? She brings a lot to the game. She is Christian. She is, of a mindset where, she's going to be respectful of her teammates and other teams. So why don't you just give that back to her a little bit, knocking her down and punching her in the neck and hitting her in the face. You know what? I think those people should be suspended for months from the game, in all honesty.
100%. You start taking people's salaries away, and then let's see how quick they respond. And then the other thing is they always turn around, they say, hey, you know what? She's an actor. She fabricates stuff. And you know what? Every professional athlete may fabricate a little bit here and there. But those two videos that we just saw, there's no fabrication there. I mean, those are legit. Those are, legit injuries and legit actions. So
absolutely.
We'll listen, she's young. We'll be talking about her for the next 10 years.
We will. And I hope we do, because she is fantastic. So Caitlyn, we're backing you up. And, if I was out there, Caitlyn, I'd have your back too. So right there for you, Caitlyn. Okay. I got your back, man. All right.
That's right. Me too. Got yours as well. So.
Okay, so let's move on from Caitlyn to this issue with Elon's trillions. Talk about jealousy. The Democrats are fuming, Vin. They do not want him to be a trillionaire. I have to say something here that you have to be kidding me. If anybody really thinks that Elon's the first trillionaire, you really do not know anything about the economics of the world. Because first of all, you have the Rockefellers, okay? They owned Oil. And what do you think? Like, just because it got divided into different corporations, doesn't mean that it's still not under really one governing roof. And they were trillionaires back in the day. Then you have the
Right.
Rothschilds before them with baking,
Right.
and JP Morgan before them. So come on, we have lots of trillionaires in the world already. Let's stop it. But everybody wants to hate on Elon because you know what? Elon is bringing some, I don't know, ethics back into it. There's something here right now. I don't know if that's the way he's going to go. We're going to keep our eye on him. But can we
Yeah.
roll this video?
Yep. Let's do it.
Adam Schiff.
Democrats' war on success, with California Senator Adam Schiff releasing a video imagining ways to redistribute Elon Musk's $1 trillion fortune.
What would $1 trillion pay for? Well, $1 trillion, if we decided to distribute that equally among American households, your household would get $7,500. It would also pay for the complete four-year college education of 7.7 million American students. You could take 4.3 million kids and raise them from birth until 18, pay for everything they need during those 18 years.
Okay, so Musk became the world's first trillionaire last week after the SpaceX company he founded in 2002 went public. Schiff called his wealth a product of a corrupt system.
Adam Schiff, one of the major pushers and enforcers of Russia Gate. Are you kidding me?
All right.
His name should be changed to SHT because that's what he's full of. All right.
I tell you what, Mr. Schiff, what is your net worth? And let's divide that up, since you have a constant salary, and let's give every household 37 cents and make you bankrupt. And let's see how you feel. You know, there's a fine line, but a big difference between being envious and being jealous. Exactly. And this guy is just flat out jealous.
Big time.
It's just, look, Elon Musk, whatever he does, he's not going to fail. It's not in his DNA to fail. I mean, he is literally Tony Stark in Iron Man. He's going to be flying around in an Iron Man suit one day, and nobody's going to be surprised because he's going to put that in his head. He's like, yeah, that's what I'm doing next. Tesla stocks go down a little bit, and he goes, I'm going to build another model. I'm going to do a robot. I'm building a $5,000 robot for every household in America.
Right.
That's what he does.
And unlike George Soros, we can track Elon's rise.
Yeah.
He's
secret.
He's legit. We see that he really does work for what he has.
Yeah.
He's an amazing code writer. He has an in-depth understanding of engineering. He is, just very gifted.
Right.
And so to turn around and say, oh, he doesn't deserve to be a trillionaire. Like, really?
Yeah. So if he's just shy of being a trillionaire, like all of his donors, right? So if you're not a trillionaire, if you're a multi-billionaire, that's okay. The trillion mark means you have to give away everything that you've earned.
I love that.
Isn't that insane?
That is insane.
And let's Google right now who his donors are. I bet you they're all, billionaires.
Adam Schiff's donors, right?
Yeah.
Oh, right. That is a good question.
Go to Schiff, see who's his donors are. I guarantee you there's some billionaires on there. Why don't he use their names instead of Elon Musk? What is the difference between the average person like me and you? Is there a difference between a billionaire and a trillionaire? No.
Right.
I don't even know how many goddamn, numbers there are, how many zeros. Like, what I mean? Where does the zero stop? Like, 15, 12, So I don't get it. Like, anything that comes out of his mouth is just so garbage, and he puts it on with a straight face. And none of his arguments or his debates are even worth listening to.
No,
because
they're not.
It's just it's not an idea. It's just a shot at somebody,
right?
With just jargon and propaganda. It's just nonsense.
And if you look at what he said in that video clip, it's going nowhere. You're
right.
just trying to do little catch lines on people. $1 trillion would get every household $7,500. where's $7,500 taking anyone these days? It was
Right.
like when Nancy
Right.
Pelosi said, we're going to have a pact break and everybody's going to get $40 back. Are
Yeah.
you kidding me?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
are we talking about here with $7,500? You can't even put your kid in tutor time for
That's right.
$7,500. Like,
That's
stop.
right.
You can't even go on a family vacation for $7,500.
No.
Like, just what are you talking about? And
Right.
that's how like belittling his comments are. And then he's like, oh, it could educate 7.7 million children. What happens in public school? I'm confused. What do you mean it could educate 7.7 million children? We already have taxes for that. So, nothing he said makes sense. It could pay for a baby to grow to an adult. You know what? Clearly, you're not a grown adult yet, because that comment was so childish. I have no idea like how it exists.
Listen, when he was going on the circuits of the late night shows and bashing everybody and talking about, this Russiagate and this, that with a straight face, and these Stephen Colbert's and everybody, they were all buying into it, which is another topic on how, two or three, channels control the mainstream media, two or three companies control the mainstream media. But anybody with a half a brain would just be like, what is this guy doing? Like, how do you, if there's a serious, legitimate investigation going on, why are you on a late night comedy show talking about it? And the producers of that show are letting it happen because they believe in it.
Right.
That's a huge problem. But yeah, you know what? Next show, I'm going to go Google all his whatchamacallits, all his donors.
I pulled up some stuff, and it says that his top organizational contributor over his career is AIPAC, the American Israel Public Affairs Committee, and they they give him at times over $300,000 in a pop. So I think that's one of them. But 55.5% are large individual contributions.
Yeah.
So this guy is getting plenty of money from people who are wealthy. And I'm sure if Elon Musk was one of his donors, he would be silent, right? But because Elon isn't on his page, he wants to call him out and say he's a trillionaire because of a corrupt system.
That's right.
Okay. But it wasn't corrupt when you have insider trading that appears to be going on, since many politicians only make $175,000 a year, but many of them oddly become millionaires within 3 years of becoming a politician.
Right. How does that work? How does Congressman Omar go from 50,000, 30,000 to whatever it was? It's all the same.
We sold
all the same.
Or, okay.
How many books? But yeah, you know what? Going back to him, he's just someone who's jealous, who needs a talking point. He's fading out. He's fading out. He's probably nervous that he's probably on some sort of investigative track right now that he doesn't want to be a part of.
Yeah,
so who knows? For the love of God, just keep your mouth shut and worry about your people, and that's it. Every time they pick a side, you alienate another side. And that's the problem with politics today. And I swear, like, you see it so much. Just don't alienate anybody. Just play that middle road, and everybody may be happy.
Because they all have special interests, and that's what the American people need to know, especially here on this show. That's what we're bringing to you. Again, Vincent is law enforcement, career law enforcement, homeland security, and I myself am education, from going and experiencing the K through 12, and as well as in the inner cities and then in the state level. So I will tell you that we see it coming from very important angles that build the society of our country. And so we hope to provide you, Whistlers, with those important lenses. So we bring it to you from the truth. We research our facts, and we'll tell you now that Adam Schiff, he's not giving us the real Schiff.
I like that. All right.
Yeah. And I love how they made that point. Where's the cutoff between billionaire and trillionaire? So if he wasn't a trillionaire, that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, if he was
900 billion. 900 billion, he doesn't deserve to give away all his money. But $1 trillion, the extra 10, Anyway, we're out. Thank you very much, everybody. Rumble, Twitter, Facebook, all these accounts. Come and see us. Come and visit. Other than that, we'll see you next Monday for another great show. Thank you very much.
Take care.